I'm really excited to be here with everyone. And yes, happy International Women's Week. I'm going to be taking a little different bend on the conversation before me. And I'm going to talk about having sustainability within ourselves. So my topic is called Embracing Spirituality with a Scientific Mind. And as Maheen said, I've been in the field for over 25 years. And when I've been working, I noticed that my colleagues were frequently overworked, under-resourced. And now with climate change, there are new demands that are being put on them. But as Einstein said, no problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it. So how do we deal with what's going on now? I believe we deal with it by having a new way of being of ourselves, and that's an inside job. Science provides us tools and technology, but spirituality provides us vision and values. Science's goal is a complete understanding of the fundamental principles of the physical universe, but science is attached to theories. And just focusing with science, we can lose ethical, moral, and value-based perspectives. And then spirituality's goal is to awaken our wisdom concerning our world and how we relate with each other. It provides meaning for us, but it can turn into blind faith, dogmatism, and fundamentalism. So where do we start? Well, let's start with the science. Everything is connected through energy. Everything is vibrating, including you and me. When we look at how we are in this world, we have to look at ourselves as a unit. We're our body, mind, and spirit. Being in the field for 25 years, I really focused on my mind a lot. I didn't focus a whole lot on my body. In fact, I overworked it. And I didn't focus a whole lot on my spirit. But what I'm bringing to you is the fact that we need to be all three in order to do this incredible work that we have to do in the environmental field now. So the body contains energy fields. In many cultures, it's called a chakra. We have to be aware of what our bodies are telling us, what we are thinking and how it's affecting our body, how it's feeling. And the way to take care of our body, of course, is by getting the right amount of sleep, nutrition, and exercise. And then there's that mind of ours. Scientists think that we have about 6,000 thoughts a day, and 80% are negative, and 95% are the ones that we've had the day before, and the day before that, and the day before that. Why does that matter? It matters because neuroscientists say we have neural pathways in our brain. And those neural pathways are formed by our thoughts, our beliefs, and our actions. And we can go down the same old rabbit hole day after day. If we want to change, if we want to create a new paradigm to work with this planet, we have to change the way we're thinking. And the way we're thinking needs to be reinforced by our belief system. And the belief system that we're all talking about here today is that everything is connected. We are all one. So what is that inner wisdom that we have in our spirit, that inner knowing? Well, when we were children, we had it. We had intuition that we relied on primarily. Adults didn't know what was going on, but we did as a kid. But as we grew older, it was negated. People didn't believe that it was true, that it was real, that we needed to really focus on the facts, just the facts. And we got away from our intuition, but our intuition is still there. We can go back and access it. And we need to use our intuition when we're working in the environmental field, rather than, again, using just our head. We need to use our intuition, what's coming from our spirit. So to access that inner wisdom, we have to operate at a higher level of frequency, which means when we are moving through our day, if we are in joy, if we are in love, if we are in a positive frame of mind, we are going to be able to access that inner wisdom. If we are operating in fear and hate, that's the lower vibration, we're not going to be able to be our best selves. So how do we do this? I'm going to talk about it, just a few ways that we can start making that change so that we can transform ourselves, that we are that person that really needs to be working in this world that we're living in right now. Number one is learn how to meditate. Meditation integrates the body, the mind, and spirit, and it brings you to your source energy. Second is we need to manage our breath. Guess what? We all have our breath. It's in our back pocket. We need to use it in a way that is effective for us. So when we're in high anxiety level, when our thoughts are scattered, we can just breathe. And there's something called a square breathing. It's in for the count of 3, hold it for the count of 3, out for the count of 3, and then back, hold it for the count of 3. It's just a square. And you generally breathe through your nose and out through your mouth. When you do that, all of a sudden, your body and your mind is all connected and your anxiety level goes down. So when we unite the body and the mind, we are opening to our internal wisdom. And the last thing is to become more mindful. Mindfulness is when we are aware of what we are doing every moment. And we are women. We are multitaskers. That's what we love about ourselves. But in the process of multitasking, we lose track of things. We lose track of what's going on in our mind, how we're feeling in our bodies, etc. So what we need to do is learn how to be mindful. When we are focused, we are using our best judgment. So I'm talking about here a new way of being on the earth, and I think we can all do it. Wouldn't it be a wonderful place if the decisions that were being made in our lives, in the environmental field, were based on that connection between the mind, body, and spirit? So I thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk today. I am so impressed with all of you and an honor to be invited to participate today. Thank you so much.